Welcome to the roundup of Sunday news of Libya, brought to you by the
The chairman of the Prices Balancing Fund, Jamal al-Shibani, confirmed that the Central Bank of Libya agreed to cover the costs of some foods that the fund aims to import as part of food baskets to be sold to citizens at affordable prices. Athens-based Metka EPC has signed a $380 million contract with the Eastern-based General Authority for Electricity and Renewable Energy of the interim government. The contract is to construct a power plant in Tobruk. Afriqiya Airways said it had opened a new flight route as part of its chartered flights from Misrata and Labruk airports to Malta, starting this February. Flights from Misrata will be on Sundays and Wednesdays, and from Labruk will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The Fuel and Gas Crisis Committee ordered the gas stations are to prohibit people from filling fuel in water containers after a car exploded at a gas station in Arada area in Tripoli on Saturday. This new order cancels previous ones that allowed the action, as people needed to have fuel for home generators due to long hours of power outage over the last period. Zlatan hosted a meeting to discuss the reasons behind the outbreak of leishmaniasis in the city and its suburbs, and eventually outlined a mechanism for fighting the disease on a local level with the cooperation of Zlatan Public Service Company under the supervision of the Environmental Services Office in the city. The Leishmaniasis Combat Committee of the National Council for Diseases Control does the training. GCOL said 3 oil vessels laden with fuel for Al Khalij Al Khums and Al Zawiya power plants arrived on Sunday. This aims to reactivate stations in the hope that it will increase the network output to reach 5,500 megawatts in the coming days, thus decreasing the hours of outage. Terhuna businessmen said at the end of their gathering, Terhuna Calls for You, that they will start forming an investment fund to support the investment projects worth 100 million dinars. The gathering also recommended forming a committee to coordinate between the businessmen who want to invest into building Terhuna Airport and the city's municipality. The journalist Ali Rajhi arrived in Tripoli on Saturday after 8 months of detention by pro-Haftar armed groups, who arrested him in Al Nafura oilfields airport of Al Khalij Al Arabi Oil Company in eastern Libya on counts of terrorism. Al Rajhi is a reporter for Al Neba TV and Al Panorama TV in Benghazi over the past 2 years. The National Mobile Force leadership said on Saturday that it is not legally or morally responsible for any act that was carried out in Tripoli or surrounding areas during 2016 and 2017, as it had never appointed anyone to conduct a security or military action during that period. The force stated that they took part in Al Bunyan al Mursus operation in Sirt, adding that they disown any acts carried out in their name in Highlandalis, Ghot Sha'al or Al Siyahiyya areas in Tripoli. The spokesman of Al Bunyan al Mursus, Muhammad Al Ghusri, stated that the command of the operation will send a delegation to Algeria. The delegation is designed to inform the Algerian military on details of the liberation of Sirt from IS militants, as well as the identities of those involved in the operation, so as to wipe out any doubts on the operation that might be harboured by the Algerian military. Al-Ghusri stated that this would be a first step before the operation calls on Algeria to support it on all levels. Gharibuli municipality called on the government authorities to interfere as fast as possible and order a probe into the deadly clashes that took place in the district Saturday night. At least 9 people were killed and some others injured in violent clashes Saturday night between Gharibuli residents and an armed group from the Terhuna Security Operation Room. The commander of the third force that is securing the south, Jamal Treki, said the security situation in the region has improved, adding that fuel is arriving consistently to the Sabha fuel depots. He said that Temenhend Airport is about to be reopened this week and electrical power had returned to the entire southern region, adding the region is gearing up for stability. The Presidential Council appointed CEO of GCOL, Abdelmajid Hamza, said that the agreement with the Turkish company Anka has returned to effect. This allows the company to resume work at Ubari gas power plant starting this February. Al Ittihad Sports Club Committee said they are attempting to secure investment opportunities for the properties owned by the club to guarantee alternative fixed funding sources that could replace the current financial sources that all of the Libyan sports clubs receive from the youth and sports ministries.
Thank you for joining us at the Libya Observer for When You Need to Know.